Yeah, regrettably, I didn't get to the 86 Loring Road decision until later this afternoon. So I apologize to Mr. Mendelson. And what I'm hoping to do is kind of walk everybody through it. You guys have had a chance to review it.
There's not that much missing.
I know there's not
It's
that much
reviewable.
So, anyhow, there's a couple of fill in the blanks, which I'm sure the Mendelson team can help me fill in the blanks tomorrow morning. On page 1, I'm looking for existing square footage of the residence that's going to be removed, and the lot width.
Right.
So on page 2, I'm looking for the distance between the southern lot property line and the house. Have any other changes on 2?
Well, if we're doing that, then I have changes on 1, so do you
Oh,
want to
okay.
go through your stuff first?
Okay,
or-
why don't we just go through page by page?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So on page 1, in the second paragraph, it says 441 Glen Road, that should be 86 Loring
Oh,
Road.
sorry.
And the fourth paragraph, and I'll give you these
Okay.
markups, Betsy. In the fourth paragraph, second line, it says residential structure and garage. It should be residential structure and attached garage. I don't think it's freestanding.
Okay.
Then, in the next to last paragraph on the page, the third line, it says a lot width is blank feet when 200 feet is required. Not sure what you mean there, because you've already said that the frontage is 354 feet and what's required is 200, so what is that sentence for?
Because standardly, there's a lot width, the lot width is put in there, and I don't know what the lot width is.
Is the lot
It's not the
width
same
different
thing as
from the
frontage?
frontage?
Yeah,
It
the
is.
lot width is measured at the setback line, front setback line. Who knew?
I don't think I thought we just typically talk about frontage, don't we?
No, this is from a
From
standard,
setback,
yeah.
Well,
Well, because the
Yeah.
lots could lay out.
Yeah, no, it is.
Definitely
it is a-
irregularly shaped,
There's a
so-
minimum lot width
Right.
at the setback one, yeah.
okay.
Okay,
Yep,
That was just a test, Betsy, and we're glad you were paying attention.
yes.
Tutorial.
I'm awake.
Yeah.
Okay,
Does anyone else have any changes on page 1 before we go to page 2?
I'm embarrassed that I didn't pick up the Glen Road one.
you did earlier though.
Oh, that's right.
Page
That's right.
2,
Page 2,
some minor typos that I'll give you. And then, second to last paragraph, fourth line, it starts with moving.
yeah,
I think that should be reduction of earth movement, not moving.
It also says number 80 Loring Road is supposed to be
okay,
86.
but
No, that's correct.
Oh, that's right,
Right.
it is, sorry, sorry.
of earth movement,
Right.
right.
And then I added, in your list of revisions, I added right after 80 Loring Road, although it could be anywhere, and you talk about it in the next paragraph, but I added as one of the revisions, turning the garage 90 degrees so that it is front facing.
Okay.
Because you talk about it in the next paragraph, but
Okay.
you didn't list it as one of the changes.
Okay, turning.
And again, I'll give you my,
Oh, it is fully
Okay.
addressed in the next one.
Okay.
If we're gonna
Yeah.
go through this line by line, I would just say again that we stick with the protocol with respect to names. So for example, up on the first line of the 1, 2, 3, 4th paragraph, we start with the second sentence, our Gemma should be Robert Gemma, and then in the next paragraph down, take the R out from the front of his name, those sorts of
Okay.
bookkeeping things, so we just
Oh,
get this consistent.
I thought we had decided that we would state the name first and then afterwards it would be the initial.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't think we've
And
talked
then-
about Rob Gemma before that paragraph.
No, but she's saying that after the first time,
You
you're
say-
going to just say the first initial.
No,
in your last
No.
name.
just the last
Just
name,
the
you
last
don't need
name?
the initial. How many Gemmas
Okay.
are there? In the, you don't need
Okay.
it.
I have one more thing on that page. The very last sentence, no stormwater flow will discharge off the site. Is that actually correct? Because when I asked the question, all the stormwater, subterranean, whatever you call them, help me here, the stormwater basins, everything that they're building to catch the stormwater, catches everything coming off the roofs and all the impervious area, but I don't know that it necessarily catches everything coming just like,
Sheeting
coming off the trees and,
Surface water?
right, the surface water. So I don't know if that's an
My
accurate.
understanding from the presentation 2 weeks ago was that the infiltration systems cover everything that comes onto the site and the site itself.
I think I
Is that
heard that no
correct?
stormwater, there's a problem with stormwater running onto the street now, which freezes in the winter.
Right.
And I thought I heard them say that their design was gonna cure that, and that the water wouldn't be running onto the street anymore.
Well, on page 3, the board discussion relating to landscape and stormwater drainage, R. Gemma stated that much of the stormwater problems were self-inflicted and that he felt these drainage issues were easy to fix, but he doesn't go so far as to say all stormwater, at least in this sentence he doesn't.
My understanding, and I could be wrong on this, but my understanding was that since the site is lower than Loring Street, that what was happening is that it was flowing right down into the garage, and then they were pumping it out onto Loring
Correct.
Street, which was causing water freezing on Loring Street because it was being pumped out onto Loring Street.
Well, there were the self-inflicted water problems.
So my
So
understanding.
you heard entirely taken care of, so did Al. No stormwater flow will discharge off the site.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I thought Rob said except for
Surface water?
surface water, but I guess it doesn't really, either just could take that sentence out or just assume that it's correct.
Do you want me to check with Rob in the
Yeah.
morning?
Wouldn't
Just
be a
check
bad
with Rod
idea.
and make sure that that's right. Because if it's in here and stormwater, surface water does sheet onto the road, some eagle-eyed person will pick that up and say they're in violation of what we're finding.
But the site's lower.
Yeah,
But they are raising it.
I think you're right, but it doesn't hurt to double check, because Steve.
I will double
Steve
check,
heard
but I am
something
like
different.
99% sure you're not gonna get any sheet flow out on Loring.
That's fine. I would have thought so too until I asked him the question. But
Okay.
I may have misunderstood his answer, so.
Okay. I will check with Rob on that. Do we have any more on page 2?
No.
Okay, and on 3, it's, on the second paragraph, lighting is all dark sky compliant is under, or is at, 15,640 lumens.
So you're gonna change that,
Yep.
is at.
What is it, 15,000?
15,640.
Okay. Anything else on that page?
Yeah.
Betsy, are you done with that page?
After board continued the hearing on October 29th, at 9:45 PM, at which time the board would review the draft decision. And then what I'll do is I'll put in a paragraph saying the board reviewed and discussed the decision
Yeah.
and made amendments and voted it.
Yeah, good.
I had just had one change. In the third paragraph, you can delete the last line, the height of the house, because you've already said what it is on page 2.
Okay. Do you want the roof ridge there? Or do I check?
Isn't that
That's
also?
what I'm saying, just delete that last sentence.
Okay. Page 4. So I need residential lot size and average residential lot.
And on that residential lot size, is that range in size from something to something? We only
Right.
have one
Right.
line, but okay. Anything else you have, Betsy?
No page.
The only thing I have, which is minor, at the very bottom of the page where it says sheet L 20, that should be 2.0.
Right.
I think under paragraph A of approved plans, I think Mr. Mendelson's name may be misspelled.
No, it's not.
It's not, it's S-O-N, it's not S-O-H-N?
That's what it says on the plans.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't use an H, do you, Al?
I'm sorry?
Mendelson doesn't have an H in it.
It does have an H in it. Yes,
Does?
it does.
Okay. So they spelled your name wrong on the plan.
Well, and, okay, so that's in a couple places, right?
Okay. I'll
But
fix
if
on
his
that.
page
name is
one.
spelled wrong on the plans, it has to be an accurate reference.
Okay.
If they screwed it up, they screwed it up.
Must be another guy.
Yeah.
I'll change, well, I'll talk to Robert more, probably change the name of the time, so it's correct.
Okay.
That was a really good project. David was there, he would be proud of you.
Well, I had actually originally spelled it like David spelled it, and then I looked at the plans and it didn't have the H.
Yeah,
so-
wow, so you already thought of that. huh?
Yeah, I was already there.
You're already, yeah.
Oh, well.
Page 5.
The architectural plans I have electronically, and I just didn't check the revised date.
And you need to list them.
Yeah.
And what about at the bottom, the type, make, and color of asphalt roof shingles?
Yeah.
need to be-
Do we have a color for roof shingles? We do?
When you want me to give it to you?
Sure.
Now,
Keep it
tomorrow?
a secret.
Huh?
Can I give it to you tomorrow?
Sure.
The type, manufacturer, all that.
Yeah.
And my only comment is, why do we have number 5 on that page when we also refer to the town of Weston regulations on number 5 on the next page? We only need to have it once.
You're right.
So I would remove it on this page, page 5.
Okay. So 6 becomes 5. Alright. Now, I did on page 6, I did put the blasting provision in because we've had a couple of properties where blasting has been needed and people didn't expect it was gonna be needed. So,
So just in case, huh?
I just kind of
Outline,
replaced.
yeah, so they wouldn't have to come back.
Is there any chance there's going to be blasting?
I don't think so. Done 17 holes there, so I'm hoping not.
You haven't found a ledge with any test hole?
There is resistance, when it's very deep, it's 12 feet.
I think what we should say about ledge is that if ledge is encountered, then they need to come back for an amendment to the conditions.
That's basically what this
It
says.
does what it says, yeah.
In more words than
Should
that,
point-
but.
Well, it stipulates all kinds of requirements, you know, if the chances are remote that they're gonna find ledge.
Yeah, because it says, you know, if you find it, yeah, they're gonna perform, they have to come back to us with a blasting plan, blah, blah.
I think we should just have it
Leave
in
it.
every COA, it doesn't hurt to have it in there, because it says should blasting of ledge be required. I don't see the harm.
Okay,
So we'll leave it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, why not?
but you're gonna take out the note that you
Just
might
a
wish
little
to
more
delete.
printer ink,
Right.
so.
Yeah, just one more page. one more entry.
Puts another page on
It's just like a cursive word processor.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
it.
And you've got another Mr. Mendelssohn's name on the bottom of page 7.
Okay, so nothing else on page 6 or 7?
On number 8, kind of in the upper middle part of the page, during construction, no ground shall be directed down the driveway to
Right.
flooring.
8.
Page
Whoa.
7, number 8.
Page 7,
Page
number
7,
Page
number 8.
7.
Number 8.
It's,
Okay.
it's actually kind of the reverse, but, Autumn Lane should be included in there.
Okay.
North
Because,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Autumn
the
Road.
access will
Right.
probably come from
It's
Autumn
like
Road eventually.
That's
Right.
Loring Road also.
yeah,
Yep.
Loring Road or Autumn Lane.
Yeah,
No, Loring Road, but they're both road.
Oh, it's,
Autumn Road.
oh, it's road.
They're both road.
Okay, I need to change that. Okay, so stormwater conditions are standard.
and then you're gonna put on, plan includes the following light fixtures.
So we're on page 8.
Line.
Just a couple of small typing, looking at Mestro Engineering. It's
What page?
Page 7, bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Metro West.
Another mention to Mr. Mendelssohn.
Yeah, you got that one.
Yeah.
Okay, and on 8, I need to list the lighting fixtures that are noted on the landscape and lighting plan.
Right, and also something is missing in the first paragraph. Well, first of all, the letter A is missing.
Yeah.
The first paragraph under 1. But then there's no sentence. It just says, all proposed plantings shown on the approved landscape plan entitled blah, 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 blah. And then it just ends on the 4th line. Is it all proposed plantings shall be installed?
Yeah, I had some issues
Where are you, Steve?
Right.
Page
there.
8,
He's on
D, under 1, landscape
One.
and lighting conditions.
all proposed plantings shall be installed as shown on the approved plans.
Yeah, that's just drop.
And those are pretty standard lighting and landscaping. So anything else on 8?
No.
this is about 90% boilerplate, really.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Anyone want to make a motion?
I move that we approve the certificate of action for 86 Loring Road with the modifications discussed.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. That's the end of that one.